Hey guys, thank you for joining me. For this week's reading, I will be using the Tarot of the Vampires. So, as we step into October, I thought this would be a great deck to start with. So, let's draw cards and let's see what's coming through. As always, these are general readings, so take the parts that do resonate and let go of the rest. All right, what does Spirit want to bring through? Through the cards for the collective. Two more. I feel like I need two more. Okay, exactly two more. Okay, so the first card we have is the Five of Knives. That's the Five of Swords. Okay, and it's interesting how this is depicted in this. It's like this woman is lying on a bed of what looks like roses, and there is like a demon watching as she sleeps. Okay, so what is this? The Five of Knives would be the Five of Swords in tarot, and that depicts deception and cheating. But I'm just gonna read the energy as I feel with these cards, okay? All right. Some of you are getting nightmares, or you're just getting up in the middle of the night with really bizarre or freaky dreams. You may even feel like there is an energy around you, but this energy may not be the best, okay? And I'm just gonna move my incense. Just give me a second. Yeah. So this energy may not be the greatest, okay, with this demonic energy here. For some of you, it's just this energy in general that you feel like, it's like you feel that there is something off energetically. That's also what's coming through. Like if you feel there's something in your energy, or you need an energy clearing, then pay attention to that. Pay attention to that if you feel something is off. Okay, for some, I also feel like this is very specific, but what I'm getting is this could be, you know, some people who are toxic, or some people that you think are toxic. This could be family members, this could be anyone, okay? This could be a friend or a relative that you're not in contact with, or anyone that you feel they are watching over you, or their energy is still kind of lurking over you. But we'll get into this a bit more. This incense is really getting to me, so I'm just gonna move it a bit. Just give me a second. All right, sorry about that, guys. So I feel like there is some energy that feels a bit iffier, okay? Now, the next card we have is the Queen of Skulls, okay? So you are working on your money, you are working on your stability, you are working on building yourself inside out, okay? Nurturing the connections that you want. Some of you may have like a pet dog or a wolf as a totem animal. But this is about you finding your strength, you focusing on yourself. Now, because the Five of Knives are in the past, this is like a past energy. For some, this is like you were surrounded by toxic people. maybe toxic relatives, maybe toxic workplace, and now you are kind of focusing on your own business or focusing on your stability, or you are building whatever you're doing. It's kind of building you up inside out. Now with the Prince of Skulls next to the Queen of Skulls, okay, someone may want to come in with an offer. For some, this is like a job offer, or this is a business business proposal, or but it's something very tangible. Or if this is a love connection, then someone's coming in really slow with this offer. But what I'm feeling with this, as I'm looking at it, it's almost like, okay, I'm gonna show you. It's like this guy here, this Prince of Skulls is looking at the Queen of Skulls. So someone could be watching you at a distance as you are building yourself, as you are focusing on yourself, as you're building your business and maybe bringing in stability. This could also be the same energy that caused distortion in the past, or this could be a different energy. We're just gonna go through the cards and see how this pans out. But this is what I'm picking. It's almost like someone is observing you as you are working on yourself. Someone is observing you. Maybe in the past, they saw you in this distorted energy. They saw that maybe you're not, you're healing yourself, or you're not that great, but now they do see that you have healed yourself. They also see that you are working on your empire, working on your finances, taking care of your dog, taking care of your family, whatever it is. This is this feels more like an external energy to me. Okay, so I thought I had just pulled 2 more cards, but there are actually 3. So the next card we have is the World. Okay, and I have to look at this closely because there's a lot going on in this picture. Okay, she's holding on to a snake. There is a raven in the background. There is a panther here. I need to take a better look at this myself, and I never noticed this, but there is actually like a shadowy figure of a wolf. Wow, this is really interesting. You know what's coming to my mind, and I'm gonna share this. I don't do like in-person client healings now anymore. I'm just kind of everything. Ever since the pandemic, I moved all my healings and readings online, okay? But when I would get clients and at home to do, when I do my healing work and I would do healings for them, I would literally sometimes see these dark energies come out of their body, pretty much like how she's taking out the snake from her body. It's, what I'm getting is like you have been healing yourself by purging and taking out all these negative energies that anybody tried to implant into you. And I know that this may not make sense to everyone, okay, so just go with it, guys. But what I'm trying to say is, when we are in toxic situations or when we are in toxic relationships, we can take up a lot of that energy from the other person and not even realize that. Like if you've been through trauma or abuse, you probably took in a lot of energy from your abuser without even realizing it. And that energy is very much like this, like a serpent, like but it has a different face than a snake. It's got a face like a snake, but it's got like sharp teeth. And I'm not making this up, I've actually seen it. It's really terrible, and it comes out of the body. Okay, so it's like, but this happens when you've been in those kind of situations, like really toxic situations, and you may not even realize that you've got this energy till you remove it. and it can affect your life, and it can affect your peace, okay? And as I'm looking at these cards, it's almost like it is related to something with the past, okay? Something or someone with the past. And I didn't intend this reading to be so dark, but if it's headed that way, so I'm just going with what I'm receiving. But with the World card here, I feel like you are mastering that. You are mastering your shadow aspects. You are mastering not allowing these dark energies to kind of take over you, and you are like, I'm not gonna allow these energies to be a part of my system. I'm gonna remove it. Whether you go to a healer who does that for you, or you do it yourself. And yes, if you are watching and thinking, how do I do it myself? You can absolutely do it. You can do it through meditation. When you sit in meditation, call on your guides, whoever you're connected to, call on your angels, and you can set the intention that these energies come out and be released from your chakra, and they will work, guys. This is when you are connected to your higher self, they will absolutely work. And with this card, what I'm seeing is, as you can see, there's a wolf totem here. This is your spirit guide, okay, coming through very strongly. And then we have the raven here, and then we have the black panther, and we have all this very powerful symbols in this. It's like you are watched over by a team of guides, by a team of your spirit guides that are helping you and making sure that these energies don't have a hold on you, okay? Even if something happened in childhood where you were abused or manipulated or anything like that, and these energies had control over you through a manipulative person, okay, in the past, it's like you, with the World card, you're closing out the cycle, you're starting a new cycle, and you're saying, no, I am in charge of my energy, and I'm not allowing any of these traumas, these dysfunctions, this toxicity to be a part of my system. I'm clearing it, and your guides are absolutely supporting that. Your animal guides, your ancestors are supporting that. Okay. The next card we have is the Two of Skulls, okay? And the way this is depicted is, this would be the Two of Pentacles in a traditional tarot, but here, as you can see, this woman is kind of looking at herself in the mirror, and she's looking at her reflection. Okay. You had to kind of look at all aspects of yourself and really analyze it. Really analyze it. That's what I'm getting. Like, you had to look at your past, you had to look at your present, you are doing your shadow work, you are understanding why certain situations or certain people had this kind of a hold over you, or they made you feel like this with the Five of Swords, like you are weak. Like, you see how this demon is over her. It's like they made you feel a certain way, and it's like, what can I do differently? It's a different meaning that I'm getting with this deck than I would get with the traditional tarot, where there's this guy juggling two pentacles. I'm not getting that at all with this. It's completely different meaning that I'm getting with this. It's like you are between two worlds, okay, with this card. It's like you are between two worlds. Do I stay stuck in my old format or the old way of living, which made me feel victimized, or do I move forward and transcend those limitations and let go of all that? I feel like you're working through, with the Queen of Pentacles, you have mastered certain elements. There could be people from your past watching you as you attain the self-mastery with the Queen of Skulls. the same people that caused you this or this. But here you are like making a choice for yourself, making a choice. And it's like, you see this woman, there is a mirror that separates her, these two, you know, it's like you and your reflection. You're doing a lot of self-reflection and self-analysis, and then making choices from that space. Very interesting. The last card we have is the Seven of Grails, which is the Seven of Cups. And if I'm not wrong, the last time I used this deck, this particular card came through. I remember this card because I did mention Medusa. She has like a head full of snakes. Her hair is actually snakes here, right? Okay, so what is this? And what's interesting is I just noticed she has a head full of, her hair are actually snakes, okay, snake heads. And then she's also holding on to a snake. There is a snake in her hand as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see it properly, but yeah. And Medusa is like, you know, that goddess or siren that, you know, men couldn't look in her eyes because they would get burnt. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remember. It's like they wanted to they wanted to cut her head, or they want to make her captive, or they wanted to approach her and they couldn't, because it's like when they looked at her, she could burn them with her eyes, okay, something like that, okay. Okay, let me see what I'm getting with this. What I'm getting is, through all this crazies, basically through all this, that madness that you went through, okay, dealing with the darkness and finding your balance and finding your structure and finding your strength, it's like you've become this Medusa. You've become this, I don't want to say siren, but it's almost like you've become this energy where you have mastered the light and you have mastered the darkness, because you've been through so much darkness, right? It's like, I'll give you an example. If you've dealt with narcissistic or abusive or manipulative people ever since you were a child, yes, it takes a complete toll on you and it shatters you and your personality, but through that you also achieve self-mastery of knowing how to deal with manipulative people, how to deal with people who can leave you feeling helpless and break you and watch you be broken and watch you be in such a vulnerable state and almost like have some power over you and enjoy that. I know it's very twisted, guys. I don't know what's happening with this reading, but it's going that way. That's really what I'm getting. But you have, with the Seven of Grails and this particular deck, it's like the Seven of Cups is in a traditional tarot is like these options, these different cups. But with this, it's like through going through this transition and pain and dealing with toxicity and dealing with all this madness, you have attained some kind of self-mastery. And no one can come to you with this Medusa card. No one can come to you with their bullshit, because when they come to you with their bullshit and they look in your eye eyes. They don't even have to say anything. They just look in your eyes and they're burnt. It's with Medusa here. It's like they know you can see through that. They know you can read through that. They know they'll get burnt if they come to you with nonsense, because she's holding on to the snake, and in this depiction she's removing the snake from her body, and in this depiction she is holding. That means she has learned and she's mastered it. Not only that, she has like a crown full of snakes. She's mastered. I feel this is self-mastery is what I'm getting with this. And bottom of the deck, we have Lord of Scepters. You are charged up about what you want in your life. You are very clear about your options. You are very clear. Even if there is confusion right now, you are getting clear and you are charging in the direction that you want to go. If others have tried to manipulate you or keep you stuck or implanted toxicity in any shape and form, you've become a master at removing those toxicity. It's like whatever poison was put into you, you are the medicine for that poison. You created it through yourself. It's like whatever darkness was implanted, it's like I am the medicine for that darkness. Through my own journey, through my own pain, I have become the catalyst to change. I hope this is making sense, because that's really what I'm getting with this. And we have the Black Panther here, and we have the Raven here, and even the snake itself is a very powerful totem. And guys, if you notice, even Shiva has this cobra around his neck, and what it symbolizes is he's mastered the lower influences or the lower impulses. He's mastered it. That's what it means. Self-mastery, knowing how to contain your energy, knowing how to work with these energies. It's not always about love and light. It's about working through all the shadows and working through, because we live in a world of polarity. We live in a world where there is light and there's darkness, and you have to learn how to master all the elements. And sometimes you go through all these trials and tribulations, and you go through a lot of dysfunction in order to find your strength and in order to find your stability. And then with this last card, the Seven of Grails, you are like, I'm gonna choose the cup that I want. I'm gonna put myself in situations that I choose, right? It's not coming from a space of where others want me to be, or others want me to make me feel powerless. I'm not gonna be in that situation. I've mastered with all these snakes. I've mastered. This is all, you know, it's like all the defeats, all the losses, all the pain, everything that you have gone through. I am owning that. I am owning my scars. I'm owning it. That yes, I've been through this dark tunnel, but I have transformed myself by walking through this dark tunnel, by removing whatever is not needed in my system. And yes, that it was poisonous for me to drink that, okay? It was not nutritious. It wasn't healthy. There's like a grail of blood here. It's like blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears. But I have mastered, and now I understand how to walk through darkness, and how to navigate, and how to find my path even in the darkest arena. I'm not scared of diving deep. I'm not scared of dealing with the shadows. That's really amazing. To whoever this resonates, kudos, like you really mastered. But there are some energies that are watching you. There are some energies that are also wondering, how did you become this? How did you become this Queen of Skulls? How did you master this? How did you achieve this wisdom? How come you have this kind of knowledge? Because this one is trying. This Prince of Skulls is trying, but he's got this one skull here, and he's like, it's taking me so much time just to master this one, and you've got these, you're sitting on a throne of skulls. How did you do it? Like, how did you do it? So there are people who are watching you, they're like, I know you mastered darkness. I know you mastered pain, trauma. You overcome that, but how did you do it? What is your secret? Teach me, tell me, guide me, because I cannot understand how you did it, but what you did, right? And you did it. It is through your own, it's like it's through your own higher self, through your own guides, your spirit guides that awakened you. I feel like you went through so many deaths and rebirths and transition, and you transitioned this, and you became this. Okay, you became this. This is like powerful within your own energy. You found your strength, you found your power. There may be some decisions that you have to make, but you are like, it's my choice. It's my decision. It's my call now. It's not like I'm not going to let others decide for me. I'm going to be the one deciding. And then at the bottom of the deck with this Lord of Scepters, okay, this is the King of Wands. You are all charged up. You're like, okay, I know what I'm doing, and it's my decision, and I am charged in that direction. This has been really interesting, and I hope this reading resonates with you, and I wish you guys a happy October, and thank you so much for watching.